This is Ayaka Orikasa, a missionary in Zambia. Yeah, it's been too long since I've posted a video, so I wanted to create this short video sharing with you what my life here in Zambia is like. So my team arrived here in Zambia more than 40 days ago, so it's been over a month since we've started our life here in Zambia, and I think I've adjusted pretty well to the environment here. Maybe Zambians might disagree, but I'm just grateful to be here living in this church center that we're living in right now. And yeah, what is life in Zambia like? Let me share with you my experience. So first off, food. What kind of food do we eat here? I'll give you a description of my daily meals. So first, breakfast. What kind of breakfast do we eat? Usually we eat sweet tea, just red tea with sugar, sweet tea, and sandwich. And by sandwich, I don't mean like bread with meat, tomatoes, lettuce, cheese, and another bread on top. No, it's a very simple sandwich with a slice of bread, with butter on top, another slice of bread, another butter on top, and another slice of bread. So like a 3-layer sandwich with either like margarine, butter spread, or peanut butter. Yeah. So we eat bread in the morning and tea. And for lunch and dinner is kind of same. We eat either rice or shima. Shima is the how do you call it? Staple food in Zambia. It's made out of maize, which is cornmeal, and they boil it and cook it in a huge pot, and you get like 1 lump, 2 lumps, and you eat it with your hands. Maybe you've seen it in Instagram or something, African shima. I think a lot of African countries eat this, but they have different names for it. Anyways, in Zambia they call it shima, and you eat it with your hand, dip it in some relish, and eat it, and it's pretty good. The only thing is that sometimes I feel like the relish is pretty similar. Like dinner, there's not a huge variety of it. But that's okay. At least it's a filling meal. Some favorite snacks that I have in Zambia are sun snacks. A lot of my friends, my missionary friends, they also love sun snacks. They suggested it, and it's very good. It's like this green package of onion flavored chips. Very good and pretty cheap. So I recommend if you ever come to Zambia. So that's what food is like. And what else? The people. How do people treat me? This is, kind of not a culture shock, because I went to Albania and they treated me like this too. But when you leave the center, leave this church, lizard. Anyways, if you leave this church center, this community, and you go out in the streets, there will be people passing you by and saying Chinese, ching chong ching, something like this. And at first it's very annoying. Of course, this is racist. If someone were to do that in the US, they'd be. But here in Zambia, I don't get too offended by it. It's annoying because they call me Chinese when I'm not Chinese, and they don't even speak Chinese. They just make some random noises thinking that it's Chinese, and that's very insulting to Chinese people. Lizard. I like the lizards here. I want to hold one sometime, but they're too fast. Anyways, that's one point that's kind of tough. When you go out, they call you white people and Chinese. I've never experienced racism in the US or Korea. Maybe Korea a little bit. But here in Zambia, this is when I experience racism every single day. But it's not their fault, if I can say. Not many non-Africans live here in this neighborhood. So, I guess it's like an alien coming to Earth. And if an alien passes you by, of course, people are going to be curious. And they'd want to know, and they'd be curious about you. So, I try to understand their position, their point of view. I don't take it personally. They can call me Chinese, but if they say "Ching Chong Chang," I'm not gonna reply to them. Yeah. If they say hello, or they speak in English or 안녕하세요 in Korean, then I'll greet them. But if they speak Chinese, no, because I'm not Chinese. Some things that I find challenging in Zambia is that electricity is limited. There's not Wi-Fi everywhere you go, like in Korea. We have a lot of blackouts. Sometimes the water doesn't come out, but that's rare. Luckily, we have running water, and I realize, I can survive anywhere as long as there's running water and toilet paper. Those are the two main things I think I need to enjoy my life. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm grateful that most of the times we have running water and toilet paper here, and food, 3 meals a day to eat. And one of my favorite things in Zambia, I have to say, is the people. They're very open-minded. Of course, there's the racist part. But aside from that, people are very open-minded. And especially as a missionary, what I like the most about the people here in Zambia is that they're not afraid to talk about religion. They're not afraid to talk about God. Because most people here are religious. Most of them are Christians. So it's easy to talk about God with them. When I try to witness in Korea or the US or even Europe, when I mention God or when I mention religion, a lot of people just back away. They don't like this topic. They think it's like unnecessary. They don't want to get involved in it. I'm grateful that most of the people I've met here are like easy to talk to when it comes to faith, when it comes to religion. Oh, another thing I really like here is that there are so many children. The children here in the neighborhood are so cute. In the neighbor's house, they usually come here to play, and they call me Auntie Ayaka. I really love children, and playing with them really gives me a lot of joy. So I'm grateful that there are a lot of little kids here. The fact that there are children in Zambia means that there's a future in Zambia. So yeah, that's one of the things that really make me smile. By living in Zambia, I feel like I'm learning a lot and growing myself, growing to love people. People who call me Chinese and make racist jokes. I'm learning to love them, be able to forgive them, and I feel like my heart of gratitude has grown over these past 40 days. I don't take electricity for granted anymore, or running water, clean water for granted. Even a cup of coffee. It's something I used to drink every day, but now I need to drink it sparingly. And yeah, a lot of little things I'm beginning to appreciate more and more. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.